Are we ready to do this?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome back
Maddie, you have to push the dogs out of the way.
to an on-time video.
Okay, we're good.
An on-time video?
Yeah.
Which
So-
we've not had in a long time, you
Yeah.
mean? Gotcha, yeah. I have a funny story.
Okay.
You want to hear my funny story?
Sure.
So back in the 90s, there were these Siamese twins called Brittany and Abby. Conjoined twins. They were super cool. They had shared one body, but they had two heads. Cute little blonde-haired girls. And they learned how to do everything together because they were conjoined.
That's pretty cool.
The twin on the right, I believe her name was Abby, controlled the right side of the body. Brittany on the left controlled the left side of the body because they were conjoined and they had one body.
They were conjoined. That means together. Okay.
Do you know that somebody asked me if they were the same age?
Who the hell was that? Oh, Jen. And that was Jen asking. And telling the story.
That's my funny story for today.
That girl is quite stupid.
I wouldn't say she's stupid.
I don't know about her. Sometimes I question.
I don't know about her. I like how you're talking about yourself in the third person.
They don't know that. Now you gotta cut that out. I don't want them knowing that.
I'm sure they can
It's supposed
figure
to be
it
a
out.
Yeah.
mystery. Kind of like Clue where they find the mystery and figure out
No,
who it
it's
is.
not really a mystery.
You got 3 people in the car. Who do you think it is?
Yeah, that's not hard to figure out.
That's mean.
Not hard.
I don't think I make it obvious.
You don't think so?
No, no.
Shall we take a poll?
Nope. Sorry, I just spit on you. Alright, so today, that was our intro, and today we're going to be watching Whiteboy.
Maddie's excited because she likes White
I like
Boy.
Whiteboy.
Okay, so I want to give a disclaimer because this is, I would say, quite possibly my favorite song by Tom.
Really?
Yeah, like if I'm going by just his ones that really strike a nerve in some people, you know what I mean? Like somebody wants to hate this song, but when they listen to it, you can't be mad. You
Yeah.
can't.
It's all views of everybody's side.
Huh?
I think it's a view on every
Yeah.
different people, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I would say, like, if I was going to introduce somebody to Tom, I think this would be a good way.
To introduce him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't say this is anywhere near one of my favorite songs. But
Really?
Yeah.
You know, this is, I think this is
I mean,
the
I'm
first
not
time I
that
listened
it's
to
a bad song or anything like that. I mean,
It's
it's
not
facts.
one.
It's just not, you know.
Just not one of your favorites?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Pretty cool.
I would
Okay.
show if I was introducing Tom to someone for the first time, I would
Modi.
get him to listen to Brainwashed, probably.
Okay, that scared me. I thought he was
Yeah, I mean, not that Brainwashed is bad.
Or like The System.
Depends upon who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It depends upon...
That's true.
Yeah, depends upon what the the discussion is about, that I feel the need to say, hey, you need to listen to Tom.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Because
gotcha.
there's a Tom song for every discussion.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, you got lots to choose from.
All right.
Are we
Here we
ready?
go.
Let's
ready.
do it.
White Boy.
excited.
This is not a reaction, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Not a reaction from any of us.
No.
This is White Boy 2.0.
Yes.
It is a review.
Yes.
If you
Okay.
want to stop us at any time, like if something like really speaks to you and you want to say something about it,
Right. It
Hit
just never
Jordan.
comes out, right?
that's okay. That's what makes this a fun channel. Seriously,
I know. I
people
just
like
hate it.
that because we're real people.
This is normal. This is weird, normal, real
Yeah,
people.
They know.
Yeah.
They know. Yeah.
Just
All right.
enjoying life. Okay.
Okay, and I also want to give a disclaimer that I will be singing this song.
Okay.
So those of you that don't like to see other people singing the song,
Just go ahead and click off now.
yeah, just go ahead and.
Just go ahead and click off now.
Yeah, just go ahead and.
Just go ahead and click off now.
Yeah, just go ahead and.
Yep.
Because I'm going to. So, okay.
I should have given that disclaimer for the last video too.
Yeah, you did it pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Maddie?
Reviews, just like what we think about the video.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, because the reason for it is because in a lot of our reaction videos, it's really just how the song initially makes us feel, but then of course we listen to it like hundreds of times and develop more thoughts about it after the fact.
Yeah.
So, you know, this gives us a chance to go back and like possibly talk about things we didn't talk about the first time.
The first time around, yeah.
Alright.
All
I
right.
can't remember what I said the first time, but it was my first reaction, I think.
I don't remember what I
think
said
you-
in our
This was a
reaction.
while
Well,
ago.
no, we didn't even react to
I
this.
think
I don't-
Zach was in this.
Yeah.
No, Zach
Oh
was
yeah,
in this
we
video.
reacted to this for
No,
you.
I don't think. Did we do this
Yeah,
one with
Zach
you?
was in the video because he went home was telling all his friends about Whiteboy.
Oh, huh. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
It was a while ago, and we're sitting in this car, me, Zach, and Devin, and you, and George.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do it.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it's a review.
All right.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt the cross or hit my face with a hood.
Okay.
You can't just label me.
I want to stop it right there
Oh,
because I'm probably positive I didn't say anything about it the first time around. First of all, my people did not have anything to do with slavery other
no.
than fighting to abolish it.
yeah.
So you can't even put me in the lump of white people being slave owners. You can't lump me into that category. And not only that, but there are not slave owners any longer.
No.
And there are no black slaves any longer. It's illegal. It doesn't happen. You are no longer enslaved, except by the system.
Yeah. We're all enslaved by the system.
Yes. Okay. That's what I wanted to say. You got anything to say?
I mean, that's pretty spot on. Like, I mean, even like, I mean, we want to get really technical. Our family really didn't have anything to do with it. Like, we were just farmers in Germany.
Yeah, we didn't have anything to do with it. Yeah.
We weren't even here for any of that shit.
No.
But okay.
Racist 'cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes.
Fuck a Nazi, fuck a white supremacist, fuck anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics.
The hatred for Caucasians.
I am sick and tired of being labeled as racist.
Yeah.
I am too. Wait, question.
Just because I'm white.
I mean, it's one of those things now where like all of it is the boy calling wolf. It's like at this point, like if anyone comes across like an actual real racist and calls them that, like no one's gonna take it seriously because the word doesn't fucking mean anything
It has
anymore.
no meaning anymore. Yeah.
So dumb. All right, let's get back to it.
Okay, can we
Go back a minute.
Stay on topic.
That is topic.
I was talking about
Everyone is an equal.
myself.
I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes.
Fuck a Nazi, fuck a white supremacist, fuck anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics.
The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say.
Okay, I totally missed that.
That was a thing in the first reaction.
Yeah, that totally just went right by me. Like I couldn't figure out, because back then I couldn't keep up with him and what he was saying and trying to follow the storyline and watch the video. I couldn't do all of those things. So that just kind of blew by me. And there's really nothing that you need to say about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of cool
I'm not a
because
neo-Nazi cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Respect.
exactly. It's a respect.
I still say though, you're not allowed to call me whatever you want.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
I'm not for people calling
Me a
black people
cracker?
calling me a cracker
No,
because
that's
I'm
not
not a
okay.
fucking slave owner.
And I'm not calling
I'm
them
not cracking
an
it. I'm
N.
not cracking any whips.
Yeah, I mean, No, that's not okay.
No.
If you can call me that, then I should be able to call you the N-word.
Yeah, exactly.
And I never would.
Because realistically, I mean, by the dictionary's definition of the word,
Of
it
the
means,
N-word, it means
yeah.
an ignorant person.
Yeah, it's just an ignorant person. It's
Doesn't have
supposed
a
to be
color
just
attached to it.
another slang insult, like stupid or idiot.
Yeah.
Like, it's not supposed to actually be attached to a
Same way
race.
with the Confederate flag. Same thing.
What?
The Confederate flag, people have a whole different meaning for it, and that's not what it was actually stood for. And people just switched it around.
Well, what do you mean?
The Confederate flag was like taken, like switched around of what like old country people would have slaves, and that's what that flag stood for. Just really racist people and rednecks and trash, like slavery owners. That's what they people stood. They thought it stood for.
It
So they made
did.
it hard, but no, it didn't.
It did, Maddie.
No, it
The
didn't.
Confederate Army that fought to keep slaves in the Civil War flew that flag. That was the flag that they marched with into
Yeah.
battle.
See, that's why. Okay, so maybe I'm tripping because someone told me a whole different story.
Well, no, you're not entirely wrong. It has been kind of flipped to where now it's just like a flag that represents like rednecks and people of the
Yeah.
South.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But no, that's the flag that they actually flew marching into battle.
And see, like people like me in my generation, we don't really
You don't know that.
We're
Yeah.
not taught that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you learn about the Confederate, army and stuff, but you don't learn about like what the flag,
flag,
and
yeah.
the meaning.
But see, the
and-
problem is here's the problem with school. We actually do learn this in school. The problem is it's a passing moment.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it's
not
just
something
a-
we spend a day or even a week
No,
on.
it's just a
It's
paragraph.
it's something we read really quick in the history books as we're reading through the chapters, and we don't spend any damn time on it at all.
Yeah. We just don't talk about it.
No.
But
It's cool now.
but now I wonder if it's different.
Oh, I imagine it's probably different now. I'm recalling from what it was like when
Yeah.
I was in school.
Yeah, but I
which
mean
is-
now the whole CRT crap. I mean they're teaching. If I got a book,
I don't see nothing. No, I think it's. Hold on. I think it's. Like, yeah, okay. It was just like a cat hair that was attached to this little
okay.
back string.
Okay, so are we ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You gotta unlock it with your face.
Your face used to work.
Believe that animals, racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
Yeah, not denying that there aren't racist people out there,
Yeah.
but
It's
the
just-
white people as a whole
Yeah.
are not racist.
They're the exception. Like, I want to say, like, the amount of people who are actually still consider themselves KKK is very, very few.
Well, you don't have to be KKK
Well,
to be a racist.
but I know that. But I mean, like, when you consider what their numbers used to be, I mean, like, they're almost non-existent at this
Good,
point.
as they should be.
Yeah, it's just it's an exception. It's not the rule
Yeah,
at all.
exactly. Yeah, go back.
That's my favorite part.
So bad, white boy, you wish you were black, white boy, dear white boy. White boy, white, no one say it, I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies, don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy.
I don't dislike Tanisha because her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a fucking waste of energy. God, I love that line. That's
45 or
like,
17.
that's like the best. I mean, just it's a waste of time.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Just
stupid.
yeah,
It's so. What does it get you? Where like any of this
Exactly.
It gets you nothing.
yeah.
Exactly. So what's the point?
Yeah, and stereotyping black guys and thinking that that the only thing they drink is Hennessy. I mean, that's just lumping people together. We're doing the same thing to them that they do to us and saying that all white people are racist.
Yeah.
Yep.
There are some stereotypes that are true. Black people do eat a lot of watermelon.
Jordan Wayne.
Okay, can we cut that
They
out?
do.
They
It's just
cut-
because watermelon's a really it's a cheap and efficient snack for a big family.
You're cutting that out.
Is that the same thing with the chicken?
You're cutting it out.
I mean,
black people like
black
wings.
people do love fried chicken too. They do. poverty.
I understand the reasons why we say it. I just don't, it doesn't feel right in my gut when we say it. It's like saying they all like Kool-Aid.
Oh, that was too far. That was too far.
No, but I mean, grape Kool-Aid is definitely
But
a
that's not
stereotype
nice.
too.
But see,
But
that
it's a
was
stereotype for a reason.
You were thinking about
But
it too.
they're
Those
not
are-
nice. Like, I'm okay with saying women drivers are horrible, Asian people are smarter than us. I'm okay with those stereotypes. But if you were to say Asians are nasty because they eat cats,
We all know that's not true.
I mean,
I have Asian neighbors.
it's true. So,
Sure, they don't.
I mean, yes, they do.
but
I don't.
it feels bad in my tummy when we say that. Like, that just sits wrong with
But that's gross.
So let's get back to Whiteboy.
Cats aren't. I mean, the cats aren't designed to eat.
How
like,
do you know?
I mean, not even the earth likes their poop. Like, there's just they shouldn't be eaten. Like, they're not designed to eat.
Even the earth doesn't like her.
It's true. They're the only animal that has toxic poop to the earth. All right.
That's my favorite part.
And we all bleed the same, Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps and stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame, he's siphoning gas. So this corny little hunky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with.
Yeah.
Don't say that, white boy. Oh, you so bad, white boy. You wish you were black, white boy. Be a white boy. White boy, white. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you want to hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dad's dads. Sakes acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis, I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't because they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common. White boy, don't say that, white boy. Oh, you so bad, white boy. You wish you were black, white boy. Be a white boy. White boy, white. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. White boy, don't say that.
I saw the dog walking down the road, and she was stuck in
I was
the
really struggling for a minute. He was pushing all his weight on me. I love that song.
Maggie, you see that doggy buddy?
That's a great
I
song.
freaking love that song.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
got so much good stuff in it.
I feel like he speaks the truth. I mean, literally shows how white people struggle too. You want us to listen to you, you know, the BLM. But how do we listen to you, but you can't listen to us? We deal with those struggles all the time. All the time.
the system makes them think that they're victims.
Yeah.
And that means that they're you have to be the victim all the way around. You know what I'm saying?
It's really stupid to me that people can still be so upset about it, though. Like,
They won't talk about it.
What?
just
Slavery?
yeah, with it not even happening to them.
I mean, it was horrible. It was an absolutely disgusting blemish. A disgusting, more than a blemish, a ruptured, nasty tumor on the flesh of America. It was a bad time. It was disgusting, and it should have never happened. But it did. And we fixed it, and we should move on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, here's my thing. Like all throughout human history, I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of years. I mean, slavery has always been required to build civilizations. You can't, unless you're like a multi-hundred trillionaire
I mean,
or
look
something
at,
fucking ridiculous, like you can't build a civilization.
like, how do you think the pyramids were built?
Yeah, I mean,
The Egyptians,
Yeah.
who were enslaved.
Just to let you know, white people were slaves too.
Yes. Like
everyone's
Tom
been
says,
enslaved at some
Like,
point.
every flag around the world is covered in a little blood. Every flag.
Yeah.
There's not one that has not been enslaved and had civil war.
Yeah. However, I do have to say this. Throughout human history, I'd say like a solid 95% of the slavery that has been committed was usually done out of hatred for another race.
You think
Like,
so? Like, do you think that's
usually.
why?
No, I think that's why the Egyptians enslaved the Jews, because they hated, or the Hebrews at the time, because they hated them. That's why, you know, the Jews in the Holocaust. I mean, the Jews are usually at the forefront of it. But, like, in large, like, a lot of history, slavery has been done to one or another because someone hated the other person. America is really, like, the first time in history where slavery wasn't looked at as a thing of hatred. It was more of just a thing of business.
We need to get work done.
We need to get work done. Like, we have an incredible dream, but there's absolutely no way we're going to get it done without free help.
Yeah. Which,
You know, which
I mean, it's
sucks.
the wrong way to look at it.
It sucks. It's absolutely shitty.
But, however, I mean, if they had those guys come over and they had given them a nice place to live and they cooked them 3 squares a day.
Yeah,
and they had,
that's
you
not
know,
to discredit that there were definitely slave owners who probably did have an incredibly intense amount of hatred and decided to pour it out on their slaves. But Irish were the first slaves in America.
Irish were?
Irish were.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, at the time, the Irish were also enslaved, and they were being used as slaves first, but of course then black people came along, and of course black people were far more
Bigger
physically
and
dominant
stronger
and bigger and
yeah.
faster, and they were better slaves than the Irish. So
Yeah.
America, just like business, decided to go with the better thing.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And not all of them were brought here against their will. A lot of them knew what they were coming for and wanted to be here. Not all slave owners were horrible people.
Not all slave owners were white either.
Right?
The very first slave owner in America was black.
Yeah. Trying to think of what his name
I can't
is.
remember his name, but yeah.
He had, I think he had quite a few slaves.
Yeah, slavery's not entirely black and white in terms of America as people like to try and paint it out. Because, I mean, the people who came over here to colonize, they didn't have no fucking money. They didn't have nothing.
Yeah.
They just had their bodies.
Thank you to the schools.
Yeah, their bodies and an amazing idea.
Land.
Hey, here's a fun thought idea. Considering how long the Indians were actually here, right? And how many in hundreds, if not thousands, of buffalo they would drive off the cliff every fucking day.
Okay, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, that was definitely, they would drive buffalo off the cliff all the time, and that's how they would get their food. They would go down to the bottom and they would harvest all of the dead buffalo up on top.
That makes sense.
Wow.
But can you imagine, like, what the land was like 1,000 years ago and how many fucking buffalo had to be roaming around for the Indians to just be driving them off the cliff every day like that?
So what does that have to do with us coming over here and stealing all
No,
their
it's just
shit?
a fun thought thing. Like, just
how many buffalo there
yeah.
were? Oh,
like, there had to be like millions of them. Millions of them.
And you know why? Because the Indians knew what was up, and they knew how to keep them all going, and they'd only kill the right amount to control the numbers, and because the Indians were smart. And then we came over here and stole all their shit.
All right, let's end it.
Let's end it.
All right. Ow. Ow. Come
Got
back next
anything to
time.
talk about? Because we haven't been talking for the
really
last
haven't.
37 minutes.
We gotta work on that.
Not that, we're just playing with you, grumpy head.
That's the voice that always scares me every time.
What?
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Can you share with Maddie?
All right, guys.
All right.
Come back next time.
Thanks for hanging out. Why does your camera look foggy?
I think it's just the light coming from overhead.
Ooh.
No, that's Chris.
Okay. Thanks for hanging out.
Come back next time.
What are you doing? Are you making
I can't see.
make a gang symbol? What is that?
I don't know. I don't know any gang symbols.
Just doing this shit.
You're as bad as me. Just throw out 2 random ones really fast. What was that? Do them in slow motion now. Deuces and a finger. Okay.
She does it better than you.
Whatever.
How do you do it? How do you do it? Do it.
I'm doing this time.
She says she's gonna do something, but then she never actually does it.
I got it.
It looks stupid.
I'm ready.
You holding it?
I'm ready.
You hold and pose?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.